Hi there, welcome to Apple World. Kim Kardashian has sent the web into disorder after news spread that she's attempting to seek after a relationship with Usher. And this is as of now causing an insane degree of show since Usher is seeing someone. Kim isn't letting that stop her, so is she truly going to keep Usher away from his sweetheart and child mother? Furthermore, is Usher going to fall into the Kardashian trap? The roads are saying that Kim Kardashian is attempting to put continued pressure on Usher. And the insane thing is that Usher has been in a strong relationship for 2 or 3 years at this point. And he even has 2 children with his better half, so what in heaven's name is Kim thinking? I mean, the Kardashians have been known to pursue men who are now taken, so it's not totally shocking that Kim will pursue Usher when she knows he's with another person. And assuming you're asking why Kim would do this, the explanation is basic: she needs some consideration, and what better way for her to do it than to flash reports with another VIP, particularly on the off chance that it accompanies a delicious embarrassment since he's as of now taken? Things haven't actually been popping for Kim in the recent months since her life has been somewhat exhausting compared with what it used to resemble, so it just checks out that she would attempt to get herself back in the news. I mean, Jenner sisters certainly stand out from their connections. Whether it's Kourtney and Scott being chaotic, AF Kourtney and Travis being relationship objectives, or even Khloe getting played and undermined by Tristan for the millionth time. Assuming that there are some relationship shows going on, they will get a ton of press. Kim knows this, and it makes sense of her unusual relationship with Pete Davidson, which was the clearest PR stunt ever. I mean, brief, they didn't actually realize one another, and the following moment they were dating, and he was getting her children names inked on his body. That relationship was phony AF, and the fundamental explanation Kim dated Pete was so she could certainly stand out enough to be noticed, since Kourtney's relationship with Travis was overwhelming the news. I mean, Kim has consistently I loved people of color as long as she can remember. However, the second Kourtney found herself a white person with tattoos, Kim out of nowhere concluded that she preferred white-tatted folks also be seriously assuming there is one thing we are familiar him. It's that she can't handle it when she's not the one at the center of attention, so she needed a portion of Kourtney's sparkle for herself. Gracious, and the family likewise needed to remove consideration from the Astroworld calamity, so that was light. Key-wise a reward point, yet Kim was so frantic for consideration that she and her mother attempted to get Pete to propose to her in an enormous manner. As per insiders, Kris Jenner had selected a ring and needed to stage this Kourtney and Travis-style commitment for the show. Pete Davidson found that prude and continued to kick the thought into the long grass, which Kim Kardashian and Kris interpreted as meaning he was slowing down on the commitment if this doesn't demonstrate that Kim was fixated on taking Kourtney's sparkle, then I don't realize it does. Curiously, this isn't whenever Kim first had faked a proposition, since her second spouse, Kris Humphries, likewise uncovered that his proposition to Kim was staged, and they even needed to complete a few takes in light of the fact that Kim and Kris Jenner were not fulfilled. No doubt our young lady Kim is a star at faking connections for consideration, at any rate after her and Pete's relationship before long grew dim, and she was stayed single for about a year. At first, she guaranteed that she needed to stay single, so a lot of lawyers better believe it. I'm simply not. But rather than it sort of became clear that she could have been lying about being single by decision, since we figured out that Pete Davidson had been the one to dump her and not the opposite way around. Much more terrible sources began to uncover that Pete lamented dating her. An insider said, the more he ponders what he proceeded with Kim, the more Pete needs to squeeze himself and ask what on earth he was thinking. His strut was gone, and he genuinely stressed he'd turn into a drawn-out casualty of the Kardashian revile. This was extra humiliating for him in light of the fact that Pete was in another relationship that is genuine while she was as yet single. She then swung into PR mode, and well, tune into her. Yet I think my next course, well, I feel like I need to follow through with something like go to better places. Plainly, it's not working. Anything that I'm doing, I want a specialist, a law office. I believe it will resemble researchers, neuroscientists, organic chemists. A specialist lawyer, that is perhaps what I imagined. However, the thing is, these men aren't precisely prompting to date him, and she is frantic. I couldn't say whether you all been following what individuals are talking about via virtual entertainment, yet everyone appears to be persuaded that the Kardashians, particularly Kim and Kylie, are in their failure times. We have a lot of familiarity with Kylie's wreck with Selena Gomez and the Astroworld misfortune that made her lose millions of supporters. Yet for Kim, well, her lemon time is attached to the way that she just has no show happening for her. Right, the Kardashians are losing their pertinence gradually, and I think Kim is a great Representation of this, the main substance she has to offer is her children, and I'm not going to mislead anybody. Norse TikToks can be very engaging and individuals feel like, for this reason, Kim is pushing North to make increasingly more TikToks in any event. When Kanye has clarified that he doesn't maintain that she should, how about we get off the telephone with Kim? I advised her to quit alienating me with this TikTok thing. I said it's at absolutely no point in the future. I am her dad. I said, I'm not permitting my little girl to be utilized by TikTok to be utilized by Disney. I have an express. So there's no such thing as 50-50 care with in the public eye today. That is not even it generally inclines towards the mother. However, the present moment, and I'm glad that you folks got to see simply a little piece of what I managed. You comprehend what I'm talking about, and even Kanye isn't assisting her with standing out by yelling at her since he's excessively occupied with his new spouse doing anything. This is music. It likewise doesn't help Kim's condition that Kourtney got the primary side project from Hulu, since individuals generally sort of expect that she would get it. And as per sources, she's as yet pungent over Kylie and Kendall, who have previously figured out how to get individuals discussing their new bizarre associations with Terrible Rabbit and Timothée Chalamet. Kourtney has Travis and Khloe. Well, she's actually getting fooled by Tristan, yet hello, Ellie's kin are discussing her. Additionally, the third time of the Kardashians is coming up, and Kim frantically needs some show, so she started sentiment reports with Usher despite the fact that he's as of now booed up anything to get individuals talking. Right, well, she went to his show in Vegas and it seemed as though she was living it up. Usher even gave her a unique holler at the point when he understood she was in the structure. Now, assuming you know Usher, you realize that he jumps at the chance to cause his fans to feel extraordinary at his shows. Wow, yet Kim has been frantic for consideration. And she seized the chance to promptly get herself in the title after the show titles began prodding bits of gossip about them having something uniquely great, and clearly the Kardashian PR machine was going full bore. It demonstrates how frantic Kim is that she would take a basic exhibition and explode it. Someone said, no one needs to date somebody whose genuine romance is the mirror. Someone else said, I have expressed it previously and I will say it in the future, assuming that you are searching for the word frantic. It's these individuals, and this individual has a few guidance for Usher and said, I trust Usher. Don't succumb to that harmful young lady. It ain't worth the effort. Don't do it for genuine reasons, as per a source. Usher needs no advance notice with regards to this present circumstance, since he has no expectations of chasing after anything with him. The insider uncovered that Usher was befuddled when he saw the titles about him and Kim on the grounds that he was simply performing like he generally does, and that he was making an effort not to start anything with her. The insider added that he realizes that engaging with the Kardashians is more difficult than it's. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.